Hey, welcome back, everyone, to the Crypto IQ Finals. I'm your host, Kelvin Sparks, a podcast host at The Block. And today we've got an exciting round of trivia packed with surprises, challenges, and of course, plenty of chances to win big. And for the audience listening live at home, at some point during each matchup, we'll have an audience participation portion of the competition. So this means audience members who follow Crypto IQ closely and participate will be eligible to win 2,500 USDC at the end of the Crypto IQ Finals tournament. So, as you can see, we don't only want to reward the Gigabrains, but also those who show effort and would love to learn about crypto. So, that being said, I want to make a huge shout out to Polymarket for sponsoring today's event and helping making trivia, all the trivia chaos possible. So, jump on the waitlist using the code THEBLOCK, THEBLOCK, because sometimes the best way to stay informed is to see what everyone else is betting their confidence on. So, without further ado, let's meet our contestants. So, this matchup is going to be the 4 versus 13 seed. So, in number 4 seed, we have FB Slow XBT. Welcome, and please introduce yourself. Maybe a fun fact or something of the sort.
Hey, I'm FB Slow XBT on Twitter, or just FB Slow. I'm the co-founder and CTO of Hyperland, and I've been in crypto for about 10 years now.
Understood. Thank you, sir. And in the number 13 seed, we have the next contestant, Decentralix. Welcome, and please share a little bit about yourself.
Hey, thank you. I'm Decentralix. I'm a music director at Beats, which is a balancer fork on Sonic. And I have been in crypto since 2013, started mining back then, and now I'm more into DeFi arbitrage lately.
Understood. Gigabrain activities for sure on both ends from our contestants. So, just going over the rules for the audience now. In this game, players will answer 10 questions. The questions are topics at random and could be of various types. Think multiple choice, rank order, and free answer questions. That being said, questions are worth more as the game progresses, but difficulty of the questions also increases as well. And importantly, as the seconds tick, your points will bleed. So for the contestants, the objective is to answer as fast and as quickly as possible, fast and correctly as possible. Excuse me. So for once this year, ChatGPT won't be helping you. We'll do a check-in about at the halfway point to see how the points are tallying up, how our contestants are doing. But in the end, the player with the most points wins and progresses to the next round. That being said, contestants, I will be reading the questions and answers for the folks live at home. Please ignore me and answer as quickly and correctly as possible on your end. That being said, we'll start with FB Slow in the number 4 seed. Can I get a verbal confirmation you are ready to go?
I'm ready.
Nice. And last but not least, Decentralix in the 13 seed. Can I get a verbal confirmation you are ready to go?
Let's do it.
All right. Without further ado, let's move on to question number 1. So for question number 1, what is the acronym of Solana's native token standard? This is an open-ended one. All right. Looks like both contestants answered, and we have a split decision. So the native token standard acronym is SPL. So all those tokens are SPL. I believe fungible is 20 tokens, from what I understand. And let's see how our contestants answered. That being said, Decentralix, you got that one. Do you consider yourself much of a manlet these days?
I mean, I'm not really in the trenches, I would say, but generally, I mean, I'm more active on EVM chains, but I think that one I just saw somewhere, so that's probably why I would have been able to answer it.
Understood. Very perceptive. All right, let's move on to question number 2. So, MNAV is commonly used to indicate which of the following is the correct answer. A, company assets value divided by its market cap. Is it B, unit of assets per share only? Is it C, free cash flow per unit of asset? Or is it D, ratio of company value to its holdings in crypto value? All right, we got 2 answers, both of which were correct for question number 2. The correct answer was D, ratio of company value to its crypto holding value is what MNAV is commonly used to indicate. So that being said, FB Slow, have you dabbled a lot into DATs, exploring them and how they're differentiated at all on your end? It's a huge
Not
nerd.
really. Not really, but I do follow them. So
Interesting. So why have you been hesitant to get in? Obviously not financial advice, just curious. We rarely get to talk to a Gigabrain.
I don't really do any TradFi investing other than like just ETFs.
Understood. I like it. All right, let's move on to question 3. This one's going to be on lore and culture. So this Coinbase co-founder also founded a venture firm. Is the correct answer A, Fred Ersham? Is it B, Matt Huang? Is it C, Brian Armstrong? Or is it D, Peter Thiel? All right, both contestants answered. And again, we have a split decision. Let's see how you both answered this one. Okay. And it looks like Decentralix, you got this one correct. The correct answer was A, Fred Ersham. I'm curious, what gave this one away for you?
So I think, I mean, I've followed like what Paradigm is doing, right? So I think that's kind of, I mean, I don't really know, honestly. It's just something I've heard before. It's difficult to kind of pinpoint where you get this information from, right?
Yeah, that's a good point. And so I'm curious, I mean, as the times meld being in crypto and all these kind of headlines come and go, what do you do to stay sharp and informed when like questions like this, random topics kind of come up?
So I think one thing is just follow like the main news outlets in crypto, right? Also those like short news tickers that always like send in the latest information when it right when it happens. I think it's more. I also listen to podcasts, so I kind of have different ways to stay informed.
Understood. Hopefully you're following the block, listening to the Big Brain podcast, checking out our amazing dashboards and everything else we have to offer. But I digress. Let's move on to our next question. So for question number 4, you're going to need to rank order these. So for question number 4, order these events chronologically. The top is earliest. So in slot A, there is the merge. In slot B, the ordinals craze. In slot C, the DAO hack. And in slot D, DeFi summer. All right. Looks like the answers are rolling in. Okay. You both answered. And let's see who got that one. It looks like Decentralix was correct again. The correct ordering for the following was C first, the DAO hack, D, DeFi summer, A, the merge, and then B, the ordinals craze. Curious, Decentralix, you mentioned that you played around on the EVM chain a bit. I can't remember if that was you or FB Slow, but what do you find interesting on Ethereum these days?
So for me, I think it's the stable coins, stable assets. I think that's a big trend right now, right? Of course, there's always a need to kind of differentiate between them and kind of see which ones are good, which ones get blown up, right? But I think it's exciting to have stable coins as a use case on all EVM chains.
Understood. Definitely has been a huge narrative, the cycle. That being said, we're almost at the halfway point, so we're going to answer this next one, and then we'll check the leaderboard to see how both of you are faring. So this is going to be a technical one. Let's move on to question 5. For question 5, why are the bribes important in the curve wars? Is the correct answer A, to discourage liquidity provisioning? Is it B, to incentivize voters to allocate gauge weights? Is it C, to lower the transaction fees? Or is it D, to fund new pools for deployment? Let's see how we're doing. Okay, 2 answers in, and it looks like both were correct. The correct answer was going to be B. They incentivize voters to allocate gauge weights. So let's see how quickly you guys both. Oh, wow. Both extremely quickly. Looks like Decentralix, you got 232 points with that one, just slightly ahead of FB Slow with 216. But FB Slow, how'd you know that one? Were you around for the curve wars? Are you participating, taking sides at all?
Oh yes, I was around, but I didn't participate. But I was
Mm.
around in the DeFi summer at that time.
Understood. Anything that seems very memorable when you think of the term DeFi summer?
Probably the Uniswap airdrop and like sushi and all the food tokens.
Yeah, that was quite the time in crypto. But I digress. Let's check on the leaderboard to see how both of our contestants are doing thus far. So, looks like thus far, Decentralix, you've got 5 of 10 correct, getting a total of 649 points. And FB Slow, you're our runner-up thus far with 3 of 10 correct in the round and 402 points. That being said, it may be a bit of a gap now, but things can change in a matter of a question or two as the weights increase and we progress through the round. So, that being said, I'm kind of curious, Decentralix. You've been doing quite well to start off the round. What was your secret sauce preparing, if at all?
I mean, I asked ChatGPT for some prompts, right? So, but I'm not sure whether it actually helped me now. But I think it was good to kind of get an overview and like sample questions that could be here. So I wrote a lot of prompts, wasted a lot of tokens. Yeah.
Understood. Hopefully, if you make it to the final four and take it all home, you'll have plenty to pay for all those tokens. But I'll get a verbal confirmation from you both, and then we'll get to the second half of the round. That being said, FB Slow, are you ready to progress?
Yes, I'm ready.
And Decentralix, are you ready to progress?
Yes.
All right, this one's a lore question. For question number 6, what was the initial price of ETH in BTC terms during its ICO? Is the correct answer A, 100 ETH per BTC? Is it B, 1,337 ETH per BTC? Is it C, 2,000 ETH per BTC? Or is it D, 10,000 ETH per BTC? That's a whole lot of Bitcoin and a lot of Ethereum at that. But both contestants answered, and only one of you got the correct answer, unfortunately. The correct answer was during its ICO, ETH in terms of BTC was priced at 2,000 ETH per BTC. Let's see overall. And sorry, one moment here. And FB Slow, you got that one correct. How'd you know?
I probably read it somewhere. I wasn't around for the ICO, but I remember it from somewhere, but don't know exactly from where.
Wow. One thing I'm noticing a trend here is all the finalists have really, really good memories. Is there anything you do for like neuroplasticity or to stay sharp, or the same thing? You just kind of, it all blends and you just get it?
Nothing special.
I like it. This is a natural born ability. But oh, so heads up, contestants. This next one's going to be a visual. So have your keyboards ready to type and enter some stuff in. But with that, let's pull up question 7. Which DeFi protocol was exploited for the larger value? Is the correct answer? Let's see. Oh, I guess for this one, I'm not even supposed to read it. But regardless, without my guidance, looks like you both arrived at the correct answer. And FB Slow, slightly ahead, quicker on the draw than Decentralix. The correct answer was, in fact, A. Wow. And thus far in the round, FB Slow is making a comeback. You were lagging a bit in the first half. Now you're 2 for 2 in the back half of the round thus far. And it's a close one. Currently, Decentralix is in the lead by about 21 points. Currently, Decentralix, you're up 732 to 711 on FB Slow's side of things. But man, I have a feeling a lot of these are going to come down to the wire. That being said, now this is a wild card fun one. Let's pull up question number 8. Which figure was reportedly advising Metaplanet and attending its shareholder meeting in Q3 2025? Is the correct answer A, Eric Trump? Is it B, Donald Trump Jr.? Is it C, Michael Saylor? Or is it D, Mike Novogratz? Let's see. All right. We have another one. And this was a split decision. Looks like one of you answered Eric Trump, the other answered Donald Trump Jr., but only one of you was correct. The correct answer was A, Eric Trump. And FB Slow, you got that right. Is keeping up with geopolitics a big part of your crypto diet when you're not building Hyperland?
No, not really. This one was purely a guess. I have no idea about that.
Understood. What about you, Decentralix? Were you just guessing, or what was the thought process behind this one?
I think I confused the two actually. I knew it was a Trump, but I wasn't sure which one it was.
Fair
So,
game.
Yeah, I mean, that's how we end up with that.
Yeah. Understood. Understood. Let's see. Okay. So next one is going to be a technical question. Let's pull up question number 9. What is the purpose of the KZG ceremony? Powers of Tau contributions. Is the correct answer A, to choose validators? Is it B, to set up trusted parameters for commitments? Is it C, to randomize time slots? Or is it D, to encrypt mempools? All right. Wow, both you guys answered that really quickly, and both correctly for that matter. The correct answer was B, to set up trusted parameters for commitments. I'm going to be honest, I didn't even know this was a thing on Ethereum. So, Decentralix, how did you know the answer?
I think I followed some ETH podcasts, and they basically said that this is good if you like participate in that. Might be some airdrops coming in or whatever. So I participated in that one for Ethereum.
Understood. Understood. And FB Slow, you got that one correct too. How did you know?
Yeah, also I remember this ceremony from somewhere about the setting up the parameters, but also don't exactly remember from where.
Understood. Understood. That being said, let's check the leaderboard because we have one last question, but this is very, very close. Currently, looks like you both have 7 of 10 correct answers going into the final question. And FB Slow has came back to take the lead. 1,107 points to Decentralix's 1040. But this can all change in a matter of seconds, as we've seen throughout Crypto IQ thus far. That being said, let's also take a break to remind the audience, please stick around because at the end of each round, we have questions prepared for you all. Basically, you should stick around and pay attention to the stream because we'll pull up a QR code for you to scan and join. That means that audience members who follow Crypto IQ will be eligible to win $2,500 at the end of the Crypto IQ Finals tournament. All you need to do is follow each matchup or as many as possible as you can in your time zone or whenever you're awake. And with that, those who participate and answer correct questions will get rewarded for this. So please provide your X/Twitter handle if you'd like, but most importantly, continually use the same login. That way we can track your progress across rounds. So that being said, let's move on to the final question for our contestants, and then we'll get into the audience portion. So this is a technical one. Question number 10. Curves CRV USD uses, it looks like Llama for liquidations. Mechanically, what is Llama? Is the correct answer A, performs continuous rebalancing of collateral and debt within price bands to soft liquidate positions? Is it B, triggers a single liquidation as a hard price threshold? Is it C, uses Dutch auctions via Chainlink keepers? Or is the correct answer D, converts all collateral to CRV USD immediately at Oracle price? Wow, that was a mouthful. I can't lie. That one was tricky. And it looks like both contestants got that one right. The correct answer was A, performs continuous rebalancing of collateral and debt within price bands to soft liquidate positions. So before we reveal who won this round, I'm curious, Decentralix, how did you know that answer?
I saw a presentation by Michael Igorov where he demonstrated how this is kind of a better design for liquidations because it's not like 1 or 0. It's more like something in between as well if the price doesn't go down too much.
Understood. I mean, at this point, man, I need your podcast diet or have you consume info because definitely sharp. And FB Slow, how'd you know that one?
Yeah, I pay close attention to the lending markets, so I know the LM has soft liquidations.
Oh yeah, true. I should be able to put 2 and 2 together on that one. But without further ado, let's pull up the final leaderboard to see how our contestants did overall. Nice. All right. Looks like our wow by a very thin margin. Our runner-up this round was Decentralix. You got 8 of 10 answers correct and racked up a total of 1,367 points. So, congrats to you. Good job, Decentralix. Thank you for participating. And our winner, this was, I believe, the number 4 seed, who will be advancing to the round of 8 for the Crypto IQ Finals, was FB Slow XBT. Good job. So you barely pulled that one out, FB Slow, with 8 of 10 correct and 1,395 points. Were you counting the seconds? Like, you started out a bit slow and then accelerated out of the gate. So what went through your mind during that round?
Yeah, I was just nervous at the beginning. Like the first question, I knew what the answer, but didn't read it correctly. So
understood.
And then I relaxed a bit later on.
Yeah, you got in the zone, and clearly you locked in at the right point in time because that was very close. But that being said, I want to say thank you to both contestants for participating. And this was the second matchup of round 1 we've had thus far. But now let's move on to the audience participation portion of the round. So for all the folks tuning in via YouTube, X, wherever else we're streaming, please pay attention to the stream. You should see a QR code to join the audience competition. As a reminder, audience members who follow Crypto IQ closely will be eligible to win 2,500 USDC at the end of the Crypto IQ Finals tournament. All you need to do is follow each matchup and participate in the audience member questions. So please provide a nickname, your X or Twitter handle, but most importantly, use the same email address so that we can track you across multiple sessions. So we'll let folks take a little bit to get ready, and then we'll move on to the audience participation portion of the round. But man, I gotta say, that was crazy. Man, yeah, contestants definitely crushed it because that was right down to the wire. I mean, could have been probably fractions of a second would have decided who'd won that. Could have gone either way. But sorry, I digress. I'm just geeking out. I can't be GigaBrain, but I get to host and chat with a few of them. So I get a little excited sometimes. But without further ado, I think folks had enough time at home. Let's move on to the audience participation questions. So this is question number 3 of audience participation. What was the name of the Blocks conference hosted in 2024? Was the correct answer A, Digital Asset Summit? Was it B, Token 2049? Was it C, Consensus? Or was it D, Emergence? Let's see. Those answers are flowing in. All right. Wow. Let's pull up the leaderboard, see how the folks at home are doing. And it looks like Emperadado. I got that wrong. I thought it was like Emperor Dad previously, but these Wintermute guys, man, got to do something about that. They're everywhere. In the order books, in the Crypto IQ audience participation, in the finals. Yep. And so the correct answer for that one was Emergence. That was choice. Let's see. That was choice D for the Block conference hosted in 2024. That was a fun one in Prague. I can't lie. And overall, on the lead on the audience side of things, looks like Emperadado is in first place. Shard, even though he got one wrong, is still at close to the top. And then Ray Slim. But I digress. let's get back to the final audience participation question. This is a wild card. The next one is, what is the number commonly associated with Binance founder CZ? Oh, I wish I was participating. Is the correct answer A, 2? Is it B, 4? Is it C, 7? Or is it D, 21? Oh, sorry, the producer just hit with a viral Vine meme screaming 21 in the background. And though I love the meme, that was not the correct answer for this one. Even though I know he knows it too. The correct answer was B, 4. Very, very viral meme. You just gotta throw 4 up sometimes so they know. But let's pull up the audience answers and see how, or sorry, not the answers, the leaderboard rather, and see how folks are faring thus far. Again, Wintermute. These guys are quick and correct. Emperor Dado is in first place with the perfect score thus far, 4-4 correct. Shard is in second place with 4 for 4 thus far. Shard has 3 of 4 correct thus far. Oh, and looks like Rayslim got knocked out. Fade with a quick draw there. Answered faster than Emperor Dado, has moved up to third place. And yeah, that concludes the audience portion of this round. Of this matchup, not the round. That being said, please, folks, I want to thank you as well as the guys in the background. Our production's really, really working hard on this. We're through 2 of 4. Our next matchup is going to be in just over 30 minutes at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So again, I want to thank both of our contestants for participating, as well as you at home for tuning in, and especially those participating on the live. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in about 30 minutes, folks. Cheers.